Here on tonight's starting lineups, first for Lehman College, freshman from the Rocks, number 0, Lehman College. At forward, the 6-foot freshman from the Rocks, number 1, rebounds. And guard, the 5'7" freshman from Queens, number 4, Elissa Garcia. And guard, the 5'5" freshman from Yonkers, number 5, Elissa Leung. And at forward, the 5'7" freshman from the Rocks, number 11, Ortiz. Bulldogs head coaches are Harrison, the assistant coaches, Juan Gonzalez. Now tonight's starting out, the Lehman College Bearcats. At guard, the 4'11" freshman from Brooklyn, number 3, Elissa Leung. At guard, the 5'7" freshman from the Rocks, number 23, Castillo. At guard, the 5'5" junior from the Rocks, number 12, and guard, the 5'6" junior from Brooklyn, number 13, Billy. And at forward, the 5'6" senior from Staten Island, number 25, Elissa. Head coach of the Bearcats, Michael Petrosis, and the assistant coaches, Elissa Leung and Anna Evangelos.
And good evening, New York City. We are live here at the Arc Arena on the campus of Baruch College. 25th and Lexington, to be exact, in the heart of Manhattan, for a doubleheader between the Lehman College Lightning and the Baruch Bearcats. Our first matchup will feature the women, and we're moments away from starting. Alongside Brian Flannery, I'm David Just. Brian, we were here a week ago. These women team came out, really struggled against Brooklyn College, picked up a nice road win at Pratt over the break.
Yeah, David, it was really important to see this Bearcat team respond from that last loss, like you mentioned, against Brooklyn. And a great opportunity for them here today at the Arc Arena to really stack 2 wins together and start getting some momentum as they work their way through their CUNYAC schedule.
Baruch right now 1-1 in the CUNYAC, 3-6 overall in the season. Lehman comes in 1-2 in the CUNYAC, 2-7 overall. We're moments away from tip as it's Melinda Spayu and Brianna Barnes on the tip, and it's going to be a re-jump as there was a legal touch, and we'll do it again. Baruch going to be in their home whites, light blue trim. Lehman in their dark blue aways, gold trim. Then it'll be Lehman to start it off. Ortiz with the ball. She'll go quickly to the basket, a little too strong. And Leung able to come away with the rebound for the Bearcats. She gets picked, her pocket. And there's going to be a foul after the steal. I think it was Barnes who came away with it. The steal there is going to be on Spayu. That's going to be her first. And 10 seconds in, we have our first whistle.
Yeah, David, Lehman coming out with a lot of pace right out of the gate.
And just like that, Barnes able to finish on the easy layup inside. Barnes, 6-foot freshman, going to give Baruch a little bit of trouble. As we saw last game with Brooklyn College, the size that Baruch didn't have an answer for. Is Yee's ahead of the pack and able to finish off the glass. Easy layup there and a breakdown of defense on the Lehman side. And it's going to be a timeout for the Lehman Lightning with 30 seconds gone here in the first. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with more first quarter action here at the Arc Arena. So it'll stay Lehman ball underneath their own basket, and Baruch will now set up in the full court press. Bounce pass into Shake. She'll try to go past all the defenders. Oh, looked like she took too many steps. Instead, Spayu comes away with the steal. Up ahead to Castillo, and she's able to lay it in with the right hand. Coach Harrison a little short-handed tonight. Only 7 women dressed against the Bearcats here at the Arc Arena. Now Ortiz will have it into the front court. Michi draped all over her. Ball into the hands of Shake. Pick comes from Garcia. Shake goes right past Leung. She gets fouled and one. They're going to count the basket. Nice play there by Garcia. And she gives Lehman an opportunity to take the early lead.
Yeah, David, very nice move there. And going back to a little bit of approach defensively, you're seeing both teams feature a trap early on. So you wonder how early and often they're going to feature those full court presses as this game goes on and how sustainable that is down the stretch.
Shot no good by Barnes. Rebound there by Kola. Her shot no good. And now Barnes gets fouled again and will go to the line. And that's already Spyu's second here in the early going. As Angela Baccarella checks into the game, Melinda Spyu will come to the bench.
Yeah, David, pretty similar start to last time where Melinda found herself in some early foul trouble, able to get a lot more playing time down the stretch. But, yeah, Baruch finds themselves in a similar situation going to their bench pretty early here in the first quarter.
And Barnes knocks down the first. Brandon Barnes, a 63% free throw shooter on the season. Off on the second, ball batted around, still loose. It's going to be the Bearcats who come away with it. Mia Castillo in particular. She'll drop it back to Yee, gives it off to Leung. Back up top to Yee, swung around the perimeter. Michi looks at the basket, instead swung all the way back around the perimeter. That's going to be Baccarella in the corner. Shot a little too strong. Michi comes away with it. Didn't graze iron, so shot clock still at 12. Castillo shot off right iron, no good. Michi gets that offensive board. Ball swung around the perimeter. Good ball movement here on the offensive end for the Bearcats. Pull-up shot by Yee. A little too strong. Ball still batted around. It's going to be Baccarella and I think that was Ortiz. It was underneath, fighting for it, and it'll stay with the Bearcats. They'll have a fresh 20.
Seeing the Bearcats doing a really nice job of extend this possession, grabbing all those offensive rebounds.
Now Leung has it. Oh, dangerous pass, almost intercepted, but Michi's able to get that to Baccarella in the corner. Ball swung around the perimeter, now inside to Castillo. Castillo going against Barnes. Nice find to Baccarella. Shot a little too strong. Castillo trying to bat it out. Instead, it'll be Garcia who comes away with the rebound, and now it'll be in the hands of Barnes. Barnes needs to move it. A little give and go there with Shake. And Barnes, errant pass. Somehow that gets through to Garcia off left iron, no good. Cola's shot was blocked. And now it's going to be Leung who comes away with it. Finds Castillo cutting towards the rim. She gets fouled and one. Mia Castillo's going to go to the line for the old school three-point play.
Great job by the Bearcats, not only recovering there, but getting the ball to Mia Castillo in transition, and great finish there into a lot of contact.
Castillo off on the free throw, and it goes off Michi last as she couldn't corral that rebound. And it'll be Kola to inbound for the Lightning. Underneath, they'll have to go the full length of the court through the press of the Bearcats. Leung will pick up Shake. Now Garcia takes the handoff from Shake, gives it off to Kola in the corner. Now to Barnes underneath. She's fouled and one on underneath on that end. Already the third three-point opportunity we've seen in the opening 2.5 minutes.
David, kind of brings us back to a similar situation to last game where the Bearcats trying to make up for some of that size mismatch down low. And early on, you're seeing Lehman go right to Barnes, and Barnes is having success not only in the paint but drawing those fouls early on.
And just like that, Altamirano coming into the game at the forward position to give them a little more size on the interior, as the free throw by Barnes is no good. Now Castillo picks up her dribble, gives it off to Leung. Now Michi going to take a right wing three. Too strong off back glass, no good, and it'll be Ortiz to walk things up into the front court for the Lightning.
St. John. Who's the other one?
Shake has it now up top on the cymbal. Comes right to left, gives it off to Ortiz. Now Shake has a little crossover move, splits Leung and Castillo, but the ball hits the deck. Altamirano on the floor after it, and now it's into the hands of Leung into the front court. Baseline shot is good as Millie Yee knocks that one down.
And we've seen game in, game out, some of the best looks the Bearcats can get on the offensive end is that Millie Yee baseline jumper. So good job there, setting up their shooter in a position to score.
Already 5 lead changes here in the opening 4 minutes. End-to-end action as the entrance pass trying to find Barnes inside is knocked away by Altamirano, and it'll stay with Lehman right in front of the Bearcats bench.
Number 12, down to G.
Paige Trainer checking in for the Bearcats.
Now Ortiz has it up top for the Lightning. Ball swung around into the corner. Now inside to Barnes. Barnes able to find position. She's fouled. Shot no good. But she'll go to the line. And Baruch already having their hands full with Brianna Barnes in the paint.
Yeah, they're going to have to switch up the approach a little bit down in the paint before start looking at some really early foul trouble, talking about bonuses and specific personnel picking up extra fouls, especially if they're given that assignment to guard Barnes.
Freshman forward Khadijah Jabi checks into the game for the first time for the Lightning. Then Barnes no good. Already has seen her share of free throws. That was her 5th and 6th attempt of the night. Now Leung, inside the paint, kicks it back outside to Castillo. Trainer's going to take the right elbow shot. High arcing shot, and she knocks it down. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Paige Trainer.
Yeah, really nice job by Leung there, driving into the paint, drawing that coverage. The nice easy kick out to Trainer.
Now Ortiz has it in the front court for the Lightning. Goes way too hard into the paint. Well, loses the ball and her balance. She might have been trying to go for the basket. Has Castillo's pass up ahead, intercepted by Cola. And the Lightning will get an extra possession here. And Barnes has it up top. She drives into the lane right past Altamirano and able to lay it in with the right hand. And just like that, Coach Kutrozos wants to talk things over for the Bearcats with 5:20 remaining. We are tied up at 10 here in the early going at the Arc Arena. This is the first game of your doubleheader between Lehman and Baruch. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. Coming on the midway point of the first quarter, we're all tied up here. As Leung has it in the front court, it's Leung, Trainer, Yi, Altamirano, and Castillo. Spayu on the bench with 2 early fouls here in the first as Altamirano has it inside. Her shot was blocked, though, by Kimberly Garcia. Nice play there by the 5'7" freshman from Queens. Castillo will inbound a little bit more than halfway gone on the shot clock. Gives it outside the Trainer on the left corner. Ball swung around the perimeter. Nice jab step by Yi. Crossover move a little bit around and out. No good. Rebounded there by Jabi. And it'll be Shake, to walk things up into the front court. Now Barnes has it inside. Nice handoff pass by Barnes to Jabi. Can't finish. Ball still loose. And it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Multiple attempts there for the Lightning at the offensive end, unable to convert.
And again, David, doesn't seem like Baruch really has the answer in the paint thus far.
Altamirano has it inside. Castillo, baseline jumper. Shot a little off. Hits the front iron, back rim, and comes loose. Now it'll be Shake trying to go coast to coast here. Almost a blind layup there. Now it's going to be a tie-up, I think, there between Garcia and Altamirano. Yes, and it'll be Lehman's ball. End-to-end action here at the early going at the Arc Arena as Barnes now has it inside. Cannot finish. Ball batted around loose. Trainer comes away with that rebound. She'll put it on the deck, give it up to Yi, who finds a cutting Leung up ahead in the front court. Leung Goes right into some contact. She draws the foul. Shot will be no good, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's a great full court pass by Millie Yee to hit Leung basically in stride, almost the length of the court. And Leung doing her best to get that one up, able to draw the foul call.
Yeah, to the pass from Yee, she almost did it like first touch. I mean, she didn't even she already knew that they had numbers on the offensive end. So good find by Yee and nice, like you said, nice contact way to draw the contact by Elissa Leung.
I think it'll be good for the Bearcats, too, to get to the line a little bit, even out that free throw battle that Lehman's dominating so far.
See if they can get at some of their bigs, too. That's where the Baruch have had the most trouble here in the early going, as Barnes, who's currently has 7 points, leads the way for all scorers as well, of course, including Lehman. Now Shake, a couple crossover moves, trying to evade Leung. Leung stays in front of her. Now it's Barnes up top. Altamirano on her. Altamirano, I think, might have gotten a piece. And now Spayu comes away with it, and she'll try to go coast to coast. Looking for options. Crossover move goes right past Gritz. Now to Trainer. Ooh, nice ball movement. Leung corner 3. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Jabby, excuse me. And it'll be Shake to walk things up for the Lightning, slowing things down. Now Ortiz has it. Jabby, and now Barnes calling for it in the post, doesn't get it. Instead, it'll be back out to Shake. Shake into the lane. A little bit of a hop step. They're going to call it a jump ball. Nice tie up there, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats.
Number 12, Al Vici checks in the blue flag, placing number 3, Elissa Leung.
Leung coming to the bench, and Michi will come back into the ball game. It's Castillo, Michi, Altamirano, Spayu, and Trainer as we come in on 3 minutes remaining here in the first. Looks like Lehman settling into a 2-3 zone here with Gritz and Shake at the 2. And now Trainer's right wing 3. She knocks it down. As Castillo almost gets the steal on the offensive end. Now Ortiz is going to have to go the full length of the court. Castillo draped all over her. And it's going to be a sloppy foul by Spayu. That's already her third here in the first quarter. And that'll send her, it looks like, I think, right back to the bench as Baccarello will check back into the game.
Yeah, it's a tough break for Spayu and the Bearcats. It's one thing if she's in the paint on some mismatches down low. Unfortunately, you have to commit some fouls from time to time. But Melinda definitely could have avoided that one at the half court.
I think it's safe to say that all 3 of her fouls so far have kind of been of the overzealous variety.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, granted, Ortiz got past Castillo, but she's not doing anything from that point of the floor.
Yeah,
there's no reason to rush up right there to initiate that contact.
Exactly. So hopefully the Bearcats do a nice job of managing Spayu's absence here. Bring her in at the right time, and then it'll be on Mel to just limit those fouls down the stretch.
Ooh, Altamirano may have gotten away with a travel there as the ball swung around the perimeter. It's Trainer in the corner. She's going to pull another 3. Shot no good. Baccarello fighting for that rebound with Barnes. Barnes trying to get it up ahead of the pack. Finds Ortiz. They got a 2-on-1 over to Garcia. Garcia couldn't handle the pass. Bank shot no good. Excuse me, that was actually Cola underneath. My apologies. And now it's Shake on the right wing. Right wing 3. Barely grazes iron. Trainer comes away with the rebound. Gets it into the hands of Castillo. Castillo trying to give it to Altamirano ahead of the pack. That pass is deflected by Ortiz, and it'll stay with Baruch.
A lot of end-to-end action here, David, and hopefully the Bearcats string together a few points here and a few stops.
And just like that, open 3 on the inbound by Trainer. Shot no good. Jabby comes away with the rebound, and it'll be, Jabby and Ortiz kind of collided there, and it'll be Shake into the front court. Shake right into the lane. I think she was expecting contact that may have never come, and it went off Shake's leg last, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
David, you're seeing the Bearcats go a lot over the past few possessions to Trainer from deep, and you like that look. It's a good-looking shot, nice separation, and the Bearcats haven't been shooting a ton of threes from what we've seen over the past few home games, so if they can establish that 3 ball, added that extra layer to their offense, I think it's something that will definitely benefit them.
And it's going to be a travel against Baruch. Oh, and a steal there by Castillo on the inbounds. Little Euro step and able to finish.
And the Bearcats giving Lehman problems from the inbound. Nearly pick off the second consecutive pass.
And Shake almost gives it right to the hands of Castillo as Baruch trying to tighten up that defense as they hold a 5-point lead coming in on minute 15 remaining here in the first. Shake pull-up shot from the top of the key. No good. It'll be Jabby on the rebound. Ooh, she could have probably went right back up with it. Instead, she does now and a little too strong. And Castillo takes a bump, but she brings it into the front court. No one's stopping her. She'll go right to the lane. Right-handed layup. No good. A little bit of a reverse. Unable to fall. And Kola will bring things up into the front court. Gives it into Shake. And it's going to be a travel against Shake. And nice defense there by the Bearcats as Gritz and Barnes check back into the game for Lehman.
Yeah, Bearcats doing a really nice job on defense over the past few possessions to not even really let Lehman advance the ball past half court, which is what we saw the Bearcats struggle with against Brooklyn.
And Trainer is deep. I think that would have been a deep 2. Able to knock that down. Now Shake going coast to coast, able to lay it in.
Second line.
Now Trainer trying to find the cutter. I think it would have been Altamirano just a little bit too far ahead. Sloppy pass there by Trainer as they had time, and I think Lehman had numbers.
Yeah, they definitely did. They had about a second or so separation between shot and game clock. But now Lehman can hold for final possession.
And it'll be Ortiz now on the right wing. Bounce pass into Barnes at the free throw line. Barnes going to turn around. Ball swung around the perimeter. Gritz has it. They're going to have to pull. 3 there by Gritz. No good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of action here at the Arc Arena. It's the opening game of our doubleheader between the Lehman Lightning and the Baruch Bearcats. Baruch lead 17-14. We'll be back in a few moments with second quarter action. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. And welcome back to Baruch Basketball. It's going to be Lehman's ball on the far side. They trail by 3 here at the end of the first, and it'll be Shake to bring things up. She's on the floor with Garcia, Ortiz, Gritz, and Barnes. It's going to be Michi, Castillo, Yee, Grant, and Leung for the Bearcats. And Barnes trying to get position. Instead, Grant denies entry there. Now it'll be back outside to Shake. Inside now to Barnes. Barnes gives it off to Gritz on the baseline, who's able to knock it down. Rebecca Gritz's first bucket of the evening. as the ball swung right to left and back to right again. Now into the hands of Almichi. That's not going to touch anything, but Grant comes away with the rebound. Her layup a little too strong, and it'll be Barnes who comes away with the rebound for Lehman as Ortiz going to run it into the front court. She's fouled along the way by Castillo, and it'll be side out on the far side. A lot of these touch fouls the Bearcats have been at fault for.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of times, like at half court, in the back court, I mean, it's just not areas of the floor that you need to, be overly aggressive. As Grant got her hand on a nice block there as Leung's going to push. Leung's floater shot no good. Ball batted around into Ortiz's hands for Lehman.
I know you missed it. Just say you missed it. I'm good with it. Just say you missed it.
Grit's a little give and go there as her pass was stolen there by Leung. Gives it off to Michi, and that's going to be too many steps. And it'll go back to Lehman as Natalie Cola will check back into the game for the Lightning.
And David, you almost wonder if the Bearcats don't make all these mistakes back-to-back, where this game would be right now. Certainly feels like once they're able to set up the offense, they're able to get the looks that they want. And so far they've been controlling the defensive end through the latter part of the first quarter. So it's really just on the Bearcats to limit the mistakes, limit the fouls, especially like you just mentioned, like depending on where they are on the court.
Already 7 personal fouls, only 2 for Lehman here in the early going.
And looks like that's going to be 8 personal fouls now, David. In the paint, you don't mind as much, depending on the look and the setup, but certainly a lot of those half-court ones, they're going to add up down the stretch.
And even then, we mentioned that early on, and you think that even in the paint, they haven't had the dominating success yet where you think you need to foul.
Exactly.
You're fouling based off of the appearance of paint dominance and not necessarily the actuality of paint dominance, as Leung and Ortiz fight for it on the floor here, and it'll go back to Baruch with the possession arrow. But you see Barnes at 6 foot, you think you're going to have a problem with her. She hasn't dominated the game the way you would think, so let her try to go to work and see what you can do, or at least collapse multiple defenders and don't foul.
Absolutely, yeah, especially bringing a little bit more of that double look versus that one-on-one, a little bit isolated on the block and then resorting to foul.
So the ref's talking things over, and it'll be an inbound here for the Bearcats as the possession arrow was going their way. Now Leung finds Castillo in the heart of that zone. Ball swung around the perimeter. And I'm not sure who you was looking for there, but either way, Shake comes away with it. Excuse me, that was Barnes, actually. Now Shake finds Garcia underneath for an easy layup, and Coach Rozos wants to talk things over as Lehman have retaken the lead. Make that a 6th lead change here in the early going. We'll be right back with second quarter action. You're watching Baruch Basketball live at the Arc Arena on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting and on Facebook Live. So it'll be Bearcat ball as they go with Castillo, Leung, Baccarella, Yee, and Grant on the floor. Shantira Grant getting a lot of burn here. Having good, solid success against Barnes here on both ends of the floor. Now Grant has it inside, going to work against Barnes. Shake comes away with the steal, though, as the double team came. Grant couldn't move it. Ooh, nice pass defense there by Leung, but it's back into the hands of Garcia, and Shake will slow things up, gives it to Ortiz. Ball swung around the perimeter. Garcia shot no good. Follow-up also no good, and it'll be Baruch who comes away with it. It'll be Castillo now to push it to the front court. Castillo past a couple defenders and able to lay it in with the right hand.
Really nice job by Castillo going coast to coast, finishing with the Euro.
And Baruch now will settle into the 2-3 zone themselves. Is now a weak side availability for Shake. Ortiz has it up top. Ball swung around the perimeter. It's going to be Barnes in the corner. She'll pull a three. Shot no good. Long rebound out to Shake, and she takes too many steps, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
And the Bearcats need to start capitalizing a little bit more off these Lehman turnovers, converting them into points. So far, really, neither side has scored a ton off those turnovers.
Shake has 6 of them, though, so definitely has to cut that down here as on pace for double digits tonight, only 3.5 gone into the second. And Altamirano just checked into the game, loses the ball. I think Barnes might have batted away, and now Shake will bring things back up for Lehman. Dangerous pass from Ortiz to try to find, is that Cola in the corner? It is. She walks it out to Ortiz. Ball swung around the perimeter to Garcia, back to Ortiz. Not a lot of off-ball movement for Lehman, as it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with Lehman.
And that's a little bit of a better setup there down low for the Bearcats, coming in with the double of Altamirano and Millie Yee, able to get the jump ball. Unfortunately, possession arrow going the other way.
Shot there by Garcia, running layup, no good. Ortiz blocked from behind. They're going to say there was contact, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Ortiz only a 40% free throw shooter on the season, so definitely the person you want at the line if you're the Bearcats, if she's off on the first.
Absolutely.
Louisville.
And Ortiz knocks down the second.
Another tie game here.
Kind of a stretch 2-3 zone for Lehman as they pick up the Bearcats at half court. Now Castillo right in the middle of that zone. Baccarello shot way off left iron. You can see the frustration there. There's hands in the face in her hands momentarily, and now she's back on defense to pick up Ortiz. Garcia back up top to Ortiz. Ball swung around the perimeter out of Shake. Finds Barnes inside. Barnes almost loses the ball.
And Baccarello commits the reach-in off Barnes' drive. Again, going back to our earlier point, David, not necessarily the spot on the floor where we want to pick up those fouls, and the Bearcats find themselves with 4 here with 5:26 remaining in the second quarter.
Swing. Keep moving.
Garcia's going to pull a right wing 3, and she knocks it down. And Lehman take a 3-point lead coming on the halfway point here in the second quarter. Now Castillo gets the ball inside. Ebel hopped. Nope, they're going to say that there was a foul on the floor before the entry pass. And the foul there is going to be on Kimberly Garcia. That's her first of the evening.
It's a good foul.
Now Mia Castillo puts the ball on the deck, gives it outside to Leung. Leung's going to pull a 3. Shot off front iron, no good. Rebounded there by Barnes, and it'll be Shake to bring things up into the front court.
Carolina. Swing. Move the ball, swing.
Now it's Cola in the corner. She's covered by Yee. Nice move by Barnes. And they're going to say it was last off of the Bearcats. I think it was a block from behind. So it'll stay with Lehman. Only 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock as Khadijah Jabi checks into the game.
David, Bearcats doing a much better job of defending the paint now, especially controlling Barnes on the offensive end. Don't think she scored here in the second quarter.
No, still has 7. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Shake is going to pull a 3. Nothing but net, but the outside of the net, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
Lehman still has a 3-point lead. It feels like the Bearcats have a little bit more momentum. Nonetheless, Lehman holding on to this lead.
It's been a mistake-full game, I think, so far for both teams, and it's really who will make the least amount of mistakes, as Leung's three there is no good. And Shockey's going to bring it into the front court, going to try to go coast to coast. Left-hand layup, no good. Jabby comes away with the rebound. No options, though, as a few players for Lehman were still in the backcourt. And Castillo is fouled by Cola. And Jabby will come back to the bench, as it'll be Garcia who checks back into the game. Yee, left wing shot, no good, off iron. And it'll be Barnes who comes away with the rebound. Don't forget to tune in after this at 7:30. It'll be the men's game, also between the 11-1 Lehman Lightning and your 9-3 Baruch Bearcats. 9-4 Baruch Bearcats. Both teams undefeated in the conference, so it'll definitely be a barn burner of a matchup. There's still plenty of time left in this one. And Trainer will come into the game, and Yee will come to the bench after she picks up her first foul. Shake at the line to shoot a 1-1. Correction, sorry, shoot 2, my apologies.
Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech.
53% free throw shooter at the line.
Moji.
Castillo has it inside, outside the Trainer. Ball swung around the perimeter. Leung straight on 3. Shot no good off front iron. And it'll be Barnes who comes away with it, and Shake will walk things up for Lehman. Baruch struggling to score right now as Garcia's corner 3 off iron, no good. Ooh, very close to hitting the stanchion, hit the top of the backboard. Ball still loose. It's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to go back to Baruch. I think it was Encarnacion who was in on the tie-up. Once again, Lehman sticking to their zone, has worked here against the Bearcats in the last few possessions. The ball swung around the perimeter. Ooh, Garcia almost came away with the steal. Now Leung into the paint, has options, trying to find one of them. Nice save by Garcia as the pass was headed to Trainer. She got her hands in and then also kept the ball in play, giving Lehman the ball back with Shake up top now in the front court for the Lightning.
Yeah, really nice defensive stop there by Garcia, staying active.
Cola's shot off front iron, no good. And Castillo's ball kind of got, Castillo kind of got snuck up on. And now it's going to be Shake and Encarnacion.
Georgia Tech. Oh, it's all ball, kid. Blue ball. They got it. So who's in the shot? We're taking it out. Well down to the ball. That doesn't matter.
And Garcia has it up top now. Now Barnes. There's a 3-second violation, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Now Encarnacion will walk things up into the front court. Castillo inside, gets it in the interior of the zone, goes past Barnes, and one. And that was a well-needed basket in there, Brian. A lot of time between baskets for the Bearcats.
Yeah, definitely a layover there. And nice job by Castillo finishing through contact. Certainly not the first time we've seen that here at the Arc Arena. Good on the and one opportunity, and the Bearcats trail by 2.
It's Baruch's only 5th point of the quarter, so really struggling on the offensive end. Crossover move by Cola. She loses it on the double team from Encarnacion. And Castillo, if Encarnacion's not careful, she'll get snug up behind. And she does. Now Cola almost loses it, gives it to Shake. Cola hits the deck. And Shake will walk it across the timeline. Ortiz has it on the left wing. She'll go baseline. Wild shot, no good. Ball's loose. Castillo comes away with it and will push it to the front court for the Bearcats. Finds the cutting Encarnacion. Her shot was blocked. Nope. They're going to say it was a foul on Garcia, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So Lehman picking up their fair share of fouls here in the second quarter. Bearcats originally had four fouls to none about the halfway point. So you're seeing, I think, some of that added pressure down low, forcing Lehman to foul.
That was Garcia's second of the first half, and Encarnacion, who was 2 of 6, making 3 of 7 on the season, knocks down the first. And good on the second. We are all tied up, coming in on the final minute remaining of the first half. Ball quickly moved around the perimeter. Jabby gets it taken away from her. As nice interior pass from Barnes out to Jabby. As Castillo goes right past Shake. But her pass away into the waiting arms of Jabby, and now Shake can walk things up slowly. Some tired legs on the floor here for Lehman.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a little short-handed for Lehman, so you're seeing some extended minutes for their starters. And that's kind of what you're seeing right here, some tired legs, not the best looks as Castillo takes it over the timeline.
And they could kind of hold for the last shot. There's about a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Definitely want to make sure you get off the look you like.
It's going to be Encarnacion 3. Shot off front iron, no good. Shake trying to bring it into the front court. He's going to have to take a full court heave, and that won't be close to hitting the bottom of the net. So at the end of the first half, Lehman Lightning 24, Baruch College 24. You're watching the first game of our women's men's doubleheader here at the Arc Arena between Lehman and Baruch, and you're watching it on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcat Broadcasting and on Facebook Live. We'll be back in 15 minutes with your second half action. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. Moments away from the start of the second half of the first game of our doubleheader between the Lehman Lightning and your Baruch Bearcats. All tied up at 24. It was a game of a lot of mistakes in the early going. A lot of fouls on the Baruch side of things as Melinda Spy, who will come back into the game now. She's joined by Castillo, Leung, Altamirano, and Yee to start things off. It's Ortiz, Garcia, Shake, Barnes, and Cola as Castillo comes away with the steal, finds Leung, who's able to lay it in.
And that's a great start for the Bearcats coming out of the half.
And they break down the Bearcats zone. Now it's Ortiz straight into Yee. No foul. And it's going to be a jump ball between Altamirano and Cola, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. So Young will walk things up for the Bearcats into the hands of Yee on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Altamirano. Ball moved around the perimeter, trying to find someone in the middle of the zone. Lehman continuing with the 2-3 that we saw in the first half. Now Castillo, left wing three, is able to, I'm going to say that was a 2. Able to knock that one down. And Baruch on a quick 4-0 run here in the first minute of the third. Barnes goes coast to coast as she's fouled. As she goes up with it, she'll stay down for a second before getting herself up off the floor.
Yeah, David, Mia Castillo making early impact here in the second half. Like you just mentioned, 4 consecutive points for the Bearcats.
And Barnes good on the first.
And even Millie Yee, pretty good job of defense right there. Got her body out of the way, got a lot of ball, maybe a little bit of hand enough to draw the foul, but nice job, especially in the mismatch there on Barnes.
Giving up some size to Barnes, and it's going to stay with Lehman, so they'll be able to get an extra possession out of it. As Baruch were unable to corral that missed free throw. Now Barnes has it in the lane, gives it outside to Garcia. She'll pull a right wing three, shot way short, and it's going to go off Shake last, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. So Leung has it now over to Altamirano. Looking for options, finds Yee inside, right hand layup is good. Nice play there by Yee to get past Barnes into the basket. Has a dangerous pass ahead. Barnes able to corral, now gives it to Colo, who's able to lay it in. 2 passes and break down the entire press of the Bearcats.
Yeah, a lot of end-to-end basketball here. I was going to break down Millie Yee's basket there, but before we know it, Lehman's back in the Bearcats' offensive end.
And just like that, Castillo, free throw line jumper a little short. And Lehman will come away with the rebound. Baruch lead by 3 here, 30-27. Ball swung inside out. This 3 here by Ortiz, no good. Cola and Altamirano fight for it. It'll be Altamirano who comes away with it now. Spy you into the front court. Crossover move there. Spy you into the lane. Bounce pass outside to Yee. Shot no good. Ortiz can't come away with the rebound. Instead, Shake comes away with it for Lehman. Finds the cutting Garcia on the left side. A little too strong. Shot's no good. And Castillo going 1-on-3. She'll curl back. Leung puts it on the deck. And it's going to go off Lehman last, so it'll stay with Baruch. Leung trying to find Spayu in the corner for the open shot.
I think especially in this third quarter, David, whoever limits their mistakes will be in a pretty nice position going into that fourth. Because you're just seeing both sides making their fair share of mistakes. No one really able to capitalize either way.
I'm going to say it was a travel underneath, so it'll go back to Lehman. And Lehman able to inbound it almost to half court as Baruch were setting up in the full court press. steal there by the Bearcats. Now it's going to be Castillo coming the other way with it. Finishes with the right hand, able to lay it in. Castillo has 4 here in the second half. The ball swung around the perimeter. Now it's going to be Ortiz on the left wing. Her 3 had a nice backspin shot, no good as Castillo comes away with it. Finds Leung ahead of the pack. She can't corral the pass, and it'll go back to Lehman. That's going to be a 30-second timeout for Coach Harrison and the Lehman College Lightning. We'll be right back with more third court action here on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting and on Facebook Live. So it'll be Lehman's ball on the left side as Baruch will set up in the full court press. It'll be Shake with Castillo and Spayu. Oh, dangerous pass to Ortiz. Leung almost comes away with it, but Barnes able to get it into the front court. Barnes going to go right into Yee. No call there. Shake has it. Off back iron, no good, and it'll be Leung who comes away with the rebound. Leung looking for options. Ooh, nice spin move by Leung. Gives it off to Yee. Ball swung around the perimeter. Spayu has it. Puts it on the deck. Pull-up shot from Spayu, who's able to knock it down from the free throw line.
Spayu getting back to that jumper.
First shot of the evening, first basket of the evening. She has 3 fouls in the first half, so she spent a lot of time on the bench. As Barnes shot there, a little too strong off right iron, and Spayu comes away with it for the Bearcats.
Also could have argued there was some contact on Barnes on that finish, a little bit of displacement as Millie Yee picks up the foul on the other end.
Foul there is going to be on Shake. That's going to be her first. It's going to be a full timeout for Coach Harrison as he wants to talk things over as Baruch now lead by 7. We'll be right back in a moment with more Baruch basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So it'll be Yee at the line to shoot 2. And Shake was called for the foul just before the timeout. And Yee knocks down the first. Yee on the season a 69% free throw shooter as she's off on the second. Barnes comes away with the rebound for Lehman, and Shake can walk things up into the front court. Gives it off to Ortiz. Shake looking for options, finds Ortiz back on that left side. Barnes now in the paint, working on Altamirano. Wild shot line drive. As Barnes goes through Yee, and it'll be a foul on Barnes. I think that's only going to be her second of the evening.
Lightning fell at number 1, Brianna Bonds. Her first. Number 0, Elissa Leung checked in the Lehman lineup.
And Cola checks back into the game as Barnes will come to the bench. Spayu catches it on the baseline. Trying to reverse layup. Shot wild, no good. It'll be Shake who comes away with the rebound. She's quickly double teamed, throws it in no woman's land, and Garcia comes away with it back to Shake, and she'll bring it into the front court for the Lightning. Ortiz has it now. She'll curl back, gives it back up top to Shake. Shake puts it on the deck. Ortiz thinks about the shot. Jab step there by Shake. Bounce pass over to Jabby, and Jabby's able to finish with an easy layup. Nice play there by Shake to find the open woman underneath in that waiting hands of Jabby.
Yeah, Lehman doing a good job of answering the Bearcats here. Baruch definitely created some separation with that lead, but you're talking a 2-possession ball game.
So Altamirano has it now. Spayu creating space, gives it off to Castillo, who's able to finish at the basket. Then Lehman able to quickly get it into the front court. Shake has it now on the cymbal. Baruch settling into that 3-2 zone. Garcia, Ortiz, Shake looking for options. Finds Cola. Ball swung around the perimeter. Garcia now. Back up top. Crossover move by Shake. Gives it back outside to Ortiz. Air ball on the 3. They're going to call a foul on Yee, saying it was a push underneath.
Number 15, Paige Turner back in.
So Paige Trainer and Brianna Barnes check in for Baruch and Lehman respectively. A nice deflected pass there as they were trying to find Barnes on the inbound, so it'll be side out now in front of the Lehman bench. Barnes has it inside, trying to spin past Spayu, able to do so. Shot was still off the mark. And Spayu brings it into the front court. Gives it off to Trainer, now to Leung. Ooh, trying to find Spayu, who's open underneath. Ball batted around. Ortiz comes away with it for Lehman. And Mia Castillo going to get called for the foul. That's her second. Now Shake into the lane, trying to find options instead of the waiting hand to Spayu. And Spayu going to push into the offensive end for the Bearcats. And Spayu almost lost it on the far side baseline. Very lucky as it'll stay with Bearcats ball. Now Yee puts it into the deck. Mia Castillo, left wing 3. She knocks it down. Mia Castillo from the left wing, and great ball movement by the Bearcats as Lehman turn it right over. Yee over to Castillo. Castillo looking for options. Back to Yee, able to lay it in off glass.
A very nice 2 possessions there for the Bearcats on the offensive end.
Bit of a 5-0 run here for the Bearcats, and now Spayu comes away with another steal. Looking for options. Spayu right into the lane. Ball swung around. Baccarella at the free throw line, off the glass and in. And Baruch getting a little something going. Now lead by 16. Lehman have only scored 5 here in the second half. Up ahead to Cola, goes off her hand. And Shake unable to find the pass. And Garcia will come into the game. And the Lehman Lightning and Coach Harrison want to talk things over. It's going to be a full timeout with 2:31 remaining here in the third. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. Baruch making their third quarter push, 14-2 run, 9 straight against the Lightning, as Lehman will set up in the full court press, as it'll be Baruch's ball on the right side here underneath their own basket. Castillo to Spayu. Spayu can quickly bring it into the front court. Then she'll try the full court pass, trying to find Millie Yee to no avail, and it'll stay with the Bearcats.
And David, you definitely see Baruch jump out to a little bit more of a lead than they had at any point in this game, stringing together a bunch of really nice offensive possessions and defensive stops. So if they can continue this, they're going to be in very good shape going into the fourth.
Ooh, nice find there by Castillo. Baccarella, no good on the shot. She gets her own rebound. She gets tied up, though. And she's been frustrated, visibly frustrated on the floor tonight, as she had some clean looks, just unable to finish at the basket. Nice find there by Spayu to get it to Baccarella. Spayu, a bit of a crossover move, gives it up top to Trainer. Trainer's going to pull a three. Doesn't hit anything, and it'll go back to Lehman with a little bit more than 2 minutes remaining here in the third. So Shake will bring it into the front court. Ooh, almost a dangerous pass from Garcia. But Jabby able to get the pass from Shake, and it'll be an easy 2 for the Lightning. Nice step back jumper from Castillo as she hits over Barnes.
Castillo having a very nice second half, and if she can add some of that longer ranger shooting to her repertoire, which is already tremendous for a freshman, sky's definitely the limit for her as she picks up the foul on the other end.
Castillo now has 22 on 10 of 14 shooting. She really struggled last time out against Brooklyn College. She's finding her rhythm here. Also add in 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 6 steals, doing it on both ends of the floor.
All-around game. So sounds like it's going to be a tech. Castillo's going to shoot her 2.
They called it an intentional foul instead of the normal technical variety, so she'll get 2 shots. And unless I'm mistaken, they'll also get the ball out of this situation.
Yeah, I think possession's going to stay with the Bearcats, and we'll see who the technical shooter is, if at all. Or you know what? I think they're just going to keep possession. That said, David, I think the foul was a little bit exacerbated just by that lack of space behind the basket. We've seen it a few times where that wall comes up very quickly as you're driving full speed at the length of the court. Fortunately, everyone okay. And it's going to be side-out Bearcats with Spayu to inbound.
Just some conversation here at the scorers table as Coach Henderson also wanted an Coach Harrison wanted an explanation from the refs on that previous call. And I think we got everything sorted, so it'll be Spayu to inbound as Baruch keeps possession as they have broke out to a 17-point lead here in the third. As Castillo able to get the entry pads from Leung. Her shot was blocked. I think it was either Garcia or Shake. There was a few women there for
I think
Lehman.
a combo there.
Spayu will give it out to Castillo. Castillo's going to pull a right wing three. Shot no good. Barnes able to come away with that rebound.
Come on, let's get it again now. Let's get this back.
So Shake has it in the front court. Now to Garcia. Has Barnes on the interior. Barnes puts it on the deck. It's going to be an offensive foul as Spayu draws the charge. Barnes moving a little too slow there. I think she started her move a bit late and allowing Spayu to get in position.
Yeah, Melinda's one of the best at doing that at this level. I think pretty much every broadcast we've had of the women's team, Spayu's going to draw at least one charge.
Box warning issued to the Lehman bench.
It's going to be a Lehman box warning as they were not staying in their area. But now Castillo has it on the left wing. 50 seconds remaining here in the third. Pick from Spayu. Castillo goes up with it, had no option, so threw right into the ground, into the waiting hands of Jabby. Now Shake, pull-up free throw line jumper, no good. They're going to say it was a foul on the ground. It's going to be on Castillo.
Number 23, Mia Castillo, for 30.
So now Barnes has it up top. She'll put it on the deck, going against Spayu. Gives it off to Grits. Grits shot a little too strong, no good from the left side. And it'll be the Bearcats who come away with it. They can hold for final possession as the shot clock and game clock are almost identical. And that's exactly what they'll do as Castillo will dribble it out. Barnes out on her. Pick from Spayu comes on the right. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Leung shot, no good. Rebound to Castillo. Around and out, no good. Spayu can put it up. They're going to say no foul, and that'll do it for the third as Baruch really opening things up, both on the offensive and defensive end. Scored 24 of their 48 there in the third quarter. Also only let up 7. So Baruch will take a 17-point lead into the fourth. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So it'll be Lehman's ball to start the fourth. And they just got to reset the shot clock to a fresh 30. It'll be Shake, Ortiz, Garcia, Barnes, and Jabby for Lehman. Michi, Castillo, Trainer, Leung, and Spayu for the Bearcats. So Leung will bring it into the front court, slow things up on the Bearcat symbol, and call out Coach Petrozos' offense. Castillo setting up right into the middle of that 2-3 zone. Ooh, Spayu wanted on the baseline. She'll get it in the corner now. put the ball onto the floor, picks up her dribble, back outside the trainer. Ball swung around the perimeter. Now trying to find Spayu again on the baseline, back outside the trainer. She has an open three around and out, no good. And Shake comes away with the rebound for Lehman. Now Barnes has it in the corner. Barnes had a very strong start to this game. Had 7 of her 8 points in the first quarter. Since then, she's really struggled from both the field and just on both ends of the court. I mean, she has a handful of turnovers, a couple fouls. She also has 13 rebounds, so doing it on the end on the glass.
The Bearcats had a much better approach, I think, defensively in the second half. Whatever looks Lehman gave them early that gave them trouble, they were able to clean that up.
So the jump ball, the possession arrow was pointing in Baruch's favor, so it'll go back to Baruch after the jump ball. Now Trainer on the corner jumper, no good. Castillo comes away with the rebound. One dribble, goes right back up with it. Ooh, off the rim twice and can't drop. So Shake has it now in the front court for Lehman. Handoff to Ortiz. Almost loses. The double came from Castillo and Michi. Now Ortiz into the lane, gives it off to Barnes. Barnes a little too soft on the shot. Gets her own rebound, and just like that, able to knock it down. Her first field goal since the first quarter. Coming in on 2 minutes gone, Baruch lead by 15 as they try to close out and get a little bit of a win streak going as they were able to beat Pratt by 7 on the road earlier this week. Now Leung pulls the three. She knocks it down from the right wing. Elissa Leung. Just like that, the Baruch lead back up to 18, and Shake has it now in the front court. Jab step from Barnes. Barnes forces that shot through. It looks like some contact. Barnes hits the deck, no call. And it'll be Michi who comes away with it. Michi now in the front court. Crossover move, gives it off to Castillo. Castillo now into Spayu. Spayu, a little bit of a fadeaway shot there going left to right across the paint. And able to get that to go off glass.
Yeah, Spayu doing a nice job of getting to 2 feet there. Able to finish across her body into a lot of traffic.
Deep three there by Garcia is no good. You know, we saw it, obviously we saw it the first game. Spayu really, Baruch as a whole really struggled against I would say what we could comfortably say a superior Brooklyn team. Granted, we may see them we will see them down the road. But, and maybe even a little bit into the beginning of the game, but Melinda Spayu really finding, we kind of just noticed some of the plays that she makes, you know, whether it was the charge on, taking the charge on that end, which we didn't see last game against Brooklyn. And now on this end, really making herself available as Leung knocks down the jumper from up top, making herself available in the zone. And we'll pick up this conversation in just a moment. 3.5 gone here in the fourth quarter. Baruch have extended their lead to 22 on Leung's shot. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting, and on Facebook Live. So Baruch have their biggest lead of the night coming off the back of a Leung shot. Moments ago, just talking about Melinda Spayu really getting back into the groove of things, Brian. What have you seen from her game tonight that you really like?
Outside of the early foul trouble, once Melinda was able to get on the floor for some consistent minutes, she's been an absolute difference maker through all phases of the game. And this team goes as she'll go down the stretch, adding that veteran leadership and perennially one of this team's top options on both ends of the ball. So definitely excited to have Melinda back in the Bearcat lineup. And just with that, she converts on the layup. So, yeah, but Spy will definitely be a difference maker for this team, especially this young team down the stretch.
She has 6 now, and one thing that Baruch's really going to have to figure out, I think from a defensive point of view, is a lot of times we've been seeing Melinda playing kind of the 5 even, definitely against Brooklyn. And it's just going to lead to foul trouble because oftentimes she's giving up size on the interior. And it's also not really conducive to her game. She's even better at the zone or when they're playing the zone to be on the side of the 3 so that way she could slide in and take those charges. When you're just working on someone, even like in this game, you know, Barnes hasn't had the most success, but giving up inches when you're going one-on-one in there, it's just going to tire you out and you're going to be more prone to fouls.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough ask of anyone, especially in a little bit of an undersized player in that 5 position. So if the Bearcats can kind of draw something up, whether it be a weak side double or something, just counteract a lot of this size differential that we're going to see night in and night out, just not having the largest front court in the conference for sure.
The 2 players I am interested about is one is currently in the game. The other one actually I thought had some pretty good minutes earlier. Natalie Ebelhaupt now in the game playing the 5. Like to see what she could do. 5'10" gives you definitely some length on the interior.
Yeah.
And then I thought Shantira Grant had a very strong first half when she was in the game.
Absolutely, yeah. Grant had some great minutes for the Bearcats, especially on the defensive end. Really able to put a stop to Barnes' early scoring.
And Altamirano also was able to get a little feisty inside. Has a couple of has played 14 minutes. Has an assist. Has a steal. So doing a little bit of everything, but definitely feeling that a bit of a presence. And I felt like when she came into the game, her and Grant, specifically in the first half, really slowed down what Barnes was doing in the first quarter.
Yeah, that definitely did. So it kind of goes to show what this Bearcat lineup can do when they're able to stop some of the 4s and 5s on the other team.
And with that, Castillo will come to the bench and Altamirano into the game. So it's Leung, Spayu, Ebelhaupt, Baccarella, and Altamirano. Now as Barnes has it inside for Lehman. Her shot, a little wild, no good, and it's going to stay with Lehman underneath with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Past the halfway point here of the 4th. Baruch just trying to hold out to get their 4th win of the season and move to 4-6 and 2-1 in the conference. Ortiz out to Grits. Grits back up top to Ortiz. Now to Barnes. Barnes is going to turn around. Ooh, they're going to say it was on Baccarella, and I think that might be the right call. Looked like she might have gotten an arm there just moments before.
So it's going to be side out for Lehman with a fresh 20 on the shot clock.
So Shake has it now up top. Barnes trying to find that space in the zone. Gives it off to Ortiz. Now inside to Barnes. Barnes' shot was blocked there by Ebelhaupt. Just what we were talking about. Ebelhaupt, nice play there to get 2 hands. I think it might have been 2 hands on that ball to get the block. Cola to inbound. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Lehman's going to have to shoot. It's going to be Shake who puts it up. No good. Spayu comes away with that rebound for the Bearcats, and they'll keep it in motion here and bring it to the front court. Leung has it now.
Hands up, takes the passing lane away.
Out to Ebelhaupt, back to Leung. Spayu gets that ball stripped from her. She hits the deck. Leung able to pull it back up. Grits on her. Spayu, 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Out to Leung. Leung into the free throw line jumper. Shot no good. Ebelhaupt comes away with the rebound. Back out to Spayu, and Baruch can set up for a fresh 20 as Shake able to come away with the steal, and it's going to be a foul on Baccarella as she was hitting the deck.
Replaced in the Bearcats lineup, number 10, Sophia Encarnacion.
Now Grits has it in the offensive end, up top to Ortiz, outside to Shake. Shake puts it on the deck, picks up her dribble, now outside to Ortiz. Not a lot of movement off the ball here from Lehman as Barnes able to get an open look in the post. Shot no good. Now Spyu's going to come away with it for Baruch. Spyu can't lay it in, a little too strong. Baccarello comes away with the steal, and now Shake comes away with that steal as Baccarello knocks it out of bounds. They're going to say it was last off. I think they're going to say it was last off Baruch, so it'll stay with Lehman underneath. But nice hustle play there by Baccarello to chase down Shake there.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth. Both teams still playing hard, playing end-to-end basketball here in the fourth. And I think a lot of good takeaways the Bearcats can derive from this one, as that corner three is good.
Shake knocks that one down. And, I mean, you know, seven-person roster tonight for Lehman. It was always going to be an uphill battle when it came against this Baruch College basketball team tonight. Now Ebelhoff finds, nice find there to Altamirano. Ebelhoff with a laser baseline. A little two-hand overhead soccer-style throw-in pass from Natalie Ebelhoff.
Yeah, it's a great look there for this Bearcats second unit. And, again, it's really good to see some extended run for some of the players a little bit deeper in the rotation.
Barnes out to Shake. Shake straightaway three. Not strong enough. Grits bats it out, though, back to Shake. Shake goes up with it. It's going to stay with Lehman underneath as Cola to inbound. Shake thought she was fouled on the offensive end there. No whistle, so it'll stay with the Lehman College underneath. Ortiz it has on the left side. Goes right into the lane. Shot short, no good. And it's going to go back to Baruch. I think they're going to say it went off Barnes last, so 2:05 remaining. It's just a matter of dribbling out the clock here for the Bearcats. They lead by 23 here, and it's definitely the most comfortable game they've had this season. And it's going to be a 3 seconds call against the Bearcats, so it'll go back to Lehman. Jab step there by Shake, goes past Baccarello into the paint. Actually, Baccarello able to hold her ground and force the jump ball, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats. Looked like she got past Baccarello just for a moment. Baccarello's able to regain her position. Very nice defensive play.
Yeah, it's not an easy play by any means.
Now Baccarello has it, gives it off to Grant. Ball swung around the perimeter from Encarnacion to Altamirano. Back to Encarnacion. She thinks about the shot, instead puts it on the deck. Altamirano is going to pull a jumper, and a deep two is good. It's going to be her first basket of the night. Correction, that's actually 4 for Altamirano. Ball going inside and out to Barnes to Cola, and Cola's foul. They're going to say the foul there was on number 10, Encarnacion. That's going to be her first, and that'll send Cola to line with a flat minute remaining here in the ball game to shoot 2. Cola, 57% free throw shooter, more accurately 4 of 7 on the season. And not good on the second either. So 0 of 2 from the line there as Ebelhoff comes away with the rebound. And Encarnacion now can walk things up for the Bearcats. Ball swung around the perimeter. Baccarella throws a wide to the waiting hands of Shake, who's able to lay it in with the left hand.
Again, definitely credit to this Lehman lineup, playing short-handed, still playing hard through the final minute.
Ball swung around the perimeter by the Bearcats. Now over to Baccarella, up top to Encarnacion. Altamirano has it, looking for options. Has to get something up. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Shot no good. Cola comes away with it, and that should do it here at the Arc Arena. Lehman will try to get off one last shot as we have 6 seconds. Make it 5 left on the game clock. Shake pulls a deep 3. Grits gets the rebound, and that will do it for the first game of our doubleheader between Lehman and Baruch. Your final score, Baruch 61 and Lehman 38. So a big win here in the opening game, and Baruch able to move to 4-6 in the overall and 2-1 in the CUNYAC. Like we mentioned before, this is the first game of our CUNYAC doubleheader between Lehman and Baruch. So stay tuned. In about 20 minutes, we'll be back live around 7:30, 7:35 for the start of your men's game. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting.